Alright, Kung Fu Fossil here again. Today we're going to show you how to do a similar drill to what I did with Paul last week, but today we're going to do it with Elaine. Now Elaine has MS and we're going to do a whole bunch of things to show you that a lot of this stuff, brain training, neural training, can work no matter what you are, yeah? But today we're going to work this with some MS and then we're going to do some balance exercises as another section of it, and I hope that everybody enjoys it, okay? Let's get into it. All right, so she puts her left arm forward and her left leg forward, and what we're going to do is just like we did. So I push it across, I tap, and that. So you push back, tap, and push straight in, and then I do the same thing back, okay? So this is not meant to be a crazy martial arts drill at this point. All it's meant to be is for sensitivity, because we want to get all these nerves firing again. Very good. Yeah. So you can close your eyes now and keep going. And just go by feel. Beautiful. And we see that there's no difference. Yeah, no difference at all. Okay. So open your eyes again, and now we're just going to change arms and legs. Beautiful. So push me across, tap me, and in. So I take her across, I tap, yes, and in. Beautiful. So same thing. We're going to find that one side will work a lot better than the other side. So close your eyes again. And how does it feel? The same?
Same.
Okay. But she has got this hip forward a lot more than she did on the other side. So that means that we would have to have a look at some balance exercises and that, which we're going to go on to do. But you can do this with your, husbands, partners, kids, whatever. And it's just a really good thing to do. If Elaine was having a bad day for balance, which a lot of MS people can have some real balance issues, and we'll change sides again, you can start and beat me up.
Oh, hang on.
So that's just push me across, push that down and in. Beautiful. And in. Excellent. So what we're after is just all about feel. Want lots of good feel in here. So the idea of this, if her balance was off, we could use a chair like we showed with Paul last time. So she can still just do the same thing but sitting down. Okay? Now starting to go a little bit off target now, so her nervous system's starting to get tired. Let's go, push. Now Elaine's never done this before with me. She's seen Paul do it, but she has not done it. We've done some other balance things, but this is all about helping what your nervous system is going to be able to do. So push down on my arm a bit more, and then pushing up and in, yeah? So push down, push up and in. Good. Good. Okay, so we'll call it for this one and we'll go on to the next one. Awesome. So the last drill relied on us using this part of our arm. This time we're going to use that part of our arm. So she pushes me across, pushes down on my elbow, and then that pushes into me there. So the other one was in supination, this is in pronation, okay? So this way we're getting both sets of nerves working, and I still just do that same thing, but I'm doing that back to her, okay? So I get to there, she doesn't want to lose, so she's getting all competitive, but that's okay. And we just keep working away, okay? Just keep working away. All right, so we're going to change sides, and we're going to keep this going. balance work that would be involved, because obviously, as we've mentioned before, peripheral neuropathies and whatever. So Elaine's balance can be quite difficult on some days. So what we do is we do these exercises, but we do them with no shoes on, okay? Because we really want to get all these muscles in our feet, lower calves and stuff all activating again, okay? So the first one is just that rocking one which you do. So what we're after is keeping your hips under your body and just rocking backwards and forwards like you're practicing to do the start of that. So this is to help get, you've got, that's your plantar flexion, that's your dorsiflexion, and it's this upward motion which they really get some difficulties with. So just training this, and if you were having a bad day at this, then it means you would be weary on steps, you would be weary on things where you could be a trip risk. Okay, let's do the other leg, please. And that was interesting. So bring the right leg out a little bit more. Yeah, now try to bring that foot a bit straighter because it's gone like that. So just trying to rock like that. We've got an audience just going to walk through, but that's okay. And we're just going to rock that backwards and forwards. Now, everyone could see that this is quite different on one side to the other. This foot hits the ground a lot harder. So if you were going to go for very long walks, you would have to make sure that you've got good footwear. Otherwise, these would turn into stress fractures if this was like a 10K walk or something, yeah? But this is the first exercise, okay? Now we get Eileen to grab hold of the bench, put her leg up on a couch. Bearing in mind, I want all these things that you can do at home, yeah? So we'll bring this leg out a little bit more, forward. Can we? Yeah, now put the other one up. Good. And now we just bend that knee and we try to get a little bit of strength in there. Good, nice and steady. If it's going really steady, then you just start to try and lift your hand off a little bit. Not a lot, because we don't want to do anything weird and wild. As we can see, that's about the extent of it. If I wanted to bring in a bit more nervous system, I'll have her still hold, but we'll say, Eileen, bring your chest up a bit more, please, and close your eyes. And now it'll feel like it's going to drift in a little bit, yeah? Anyway, even though that there's no movement. Because it's important to train without your visual system as well as with visual system, but you have to be safe. Safety is always paramount. Okay, let's change our legs. Very good. And let's go, so eyes open at first. As we can see, this is quite different on this side to the other side. So we would train this side more, yeah? Just means today we would train this side more. Tomorrow could be different. In a week's time, could be different. Okay, so chest up a little bit more. Now let's close our eyes. Does that feel the same or different to the other side?
A little bit different.
It feels pretty different, doesn't it? Because there's lots of movement going on there while that's happening. So the idea is not to make this torturous. You want it to be safe, but this is a functional thing. If you're retired, you get up in the morning, you do this, and it's not good. Well, today you do different things. Okay, we can come out of that now. So, very good. Okay, let's go back to our rocking one now, and that should work a little bit easier, which it does. So we see a nicer amount of movement there. So there's been a bit of neuro change. We don't know how long that neuro change will last for, but if we do it more frequently, if we don't get better, at least we're going to slow things down, or we're going to keep things where they are for a while. Bearing in mind that this disease can have a number of variations, ranging from attacks to just the progressive variation and everything in between. Beautiful. Other side again. So keeping your hips under, remember to try and keep your hips under. The enemy of this exercise is this. As soon as I do this, it's very hard to lift my foot. That includes discs, anything else you do in your back. Got to try and get our hips under our body again, because that's where this roll comes from. And eventually that roll turns into a one step. But for the moment, we're going to just do this and then we'll show you some of the progressions as Elan gets a bit better with this stuff, what it'll turn into. Okay? All right. That's right, hang on to that. Okay, we'll cut that for now. Okay, so that was today's work. Different, I know, but very, very effective. In this instance, we were using it with MS, can be used in stroke, can be used in a whole lot of other neuro, type 2 diabetes, neuropathies, even if you're just getting moving again after a disc injury, back injury. Very, very good things that are more functional to try and get your body going. So we really want to try and introduce people to a lot of functional training over the next few weeks. And as I said, it doesn't matter about age, it doesn't matter about anything else, but we will be able to get somewhere and get ahead a little bit. So persevere, and Kung Fu Fossil signing off.